Over the years, the Kingdom Hearts series has gone all over the place, starting at the PlayStation 2 and moving to handhelds like the PSP and the DS, and even some mobile phone games. Luckily for us, that game also got ported to the DS. Well, at least one of them did. We are even more blessed by all the games being collectively remastered on the PlayStation 3 and later the PlayStation 4. Now, anything you need to experience the whole series is just a PlayStation 4 with 2 games. The 1.5 plus 2.5 HD remakes and 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. Yeah, I know, the name. That leaves us with just 7 games. 8 games if you count Union Cross, but spoiler alert, it's not on the list. Who would have figured, right? Without any further ado though, let's get into what is on the list. Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Look, first things first, the plot of this game is stupid, and if any game in the series could be called a spin-off, it's this one. You can honestly probably skip this game. The only plot relevant thing we find out is that Ventus, Terra and Aqua need saving. Well, I think most people kinda figured that after the depressing ending of Birth by Sleep. I heard Nomura was actually drunk while writing the script for this game, which usually I would not believe things like that, but having played this game and watched the HD movie multiple times, yeah, I think this might actually be true. No sober mind can think of anything this stupid. Oh, wait, this is a top 5, so 5 best games. Well, let's talk about the gameplay for a moment then, because that I actually do enjoy. This gameplay is very different from a normal Kingdom Hearts game. Maybe because it was originally a mobile phone game, and that is before smartphones were commonplace. Or maybe it's because after 358 Days Overdue, Square figured out that the DS isn't an amazing platform for fluid gameplay. Either way, they changed things up significantly. Pretty much every world has a different gameplay style, ranging from side-scrolling to on-rails and turn-based RPG, which of course the last one is my favourite. You might expect a game like this with so many different gameplay elements to be chaotic and unpolished, but that couldn't be further from the truth. They all work and are fun to play, the downside of course being that when you enjoy a particular gameplay style, it'll be gone shortly. Then again, when you dislike a style, you won't have to stick with it for too long either. This is really a game everyone will find something to like in. Oh, and the level up system, I love it. It's more or less a single character version of the Final Fantasy X Sphere Grid, which is also one of my favorite level up systems in RPGs of course. It gives you control over what you want to do, and the modifiers you unlock also give you control over how you want to play the game. Want to make it more challenging but get bigger rewards? Sure, go ahead. Do you want to just beat this difficult part of the game and don't much care for the rewards you'll get? Well, okay, you can do that. You can even change the difficulty from beginner, standard, proud and critical on the fly. You can't do that in any other game. Kingdom Hearts 1. This might surprise a few people since I always complain about how I don't like this game as much as most people. And to some extent that still holds true, but I can't ignore the fact that number 1, this game started it all and deserves a certain level of respect for that alone, and number 2, the game has a well-written plot. God damn, something I haven't seen in a Kingdom Hearts game in a long time. Don't get me wrong, I love the complexity of the series as it is now, even with the time travel mixed in. It gives a deep and complicated lore to dive into. I love that, but you can't tell me you honestly think the writing in both plot and characters is better in any other game than the first. The gameplay may be slower in this game than in most others, but that means it's less button mashing and more real combat, with some strategy. Kingdom Hearts 2 feels amazing, but at the end of the day it's nothing more than either spam, reflect or attack until the enemies die. This game requires a little more spatial awareness. Where should I be to block and counter this attack? How will I be able to recover and best strike back, rather than just mashing some buttons and getting back into a combo right away. Then there's a tech point system. With the slower, more strategic elements in the combat comes blocking and countering, both of which are rewarded with some bonus XP. It's actually a pretty good way of grinding early on in the game. On the island against Waka, just hitting back the ball will level you up rather quickly while you get a feeling of the engine of the game. This system wouldn't work in faster, more button mashy games that come later, but it works really well here and is often overlooked as a brilliant gameplay element. It doesn't punish you for ignoring it, but it rewards you with some extra experience, and often it will also stun an enemy for a short while. Kingdom Hearts Re-Chain of Memories. Cards, am I right? They're so horrible. All kidding aside though, this game gets a lot of hate for no good reason. The main complaint being the card combat system, which I get it's not what you were expecting after playing Kingdom Hearts 1. and the plot hardly has any progression since everything you do ends up not mattering since Sora loses all of his memories of the game. The only thing it sets up is him going to sleep to wake up in Kingdom Hearts 2. I want to ask you though, have you ever heard the phrase "it's about the journey, not the destination"? Because that definitely does apply here. You might argue that the journey isn't any fun either and refer back to the card system, and I would ask you to shut the fuck up about the cards. Thanks. It is a little forced into the story, but at least there's a story explanation, a creative way of giving the main character amnesia to prevent power creep, also known as Dragon Ball syndrome. Not like in Kingdom Hearts 2, where, oh, you've been asleep so you're weak again. And try to look past your judgment based on the hopes for a Kingdom Hearts game and look into the combat system as objectively as you possibly can. It's not that bad. True, it's a little complicated compared to Kingdom Hearts 1 because you can't just mash the X button and win. You've got to construct your deck, think about what cards go where and how easily you can combine them together to make your deck flow in the way you want. This combat system gives you way more diversity in playstyle than any other Kingdom Hearts game because of the card system. Or you could just Sonic Blade everything to death, that's also an option. But even if you want to do that, you have to spend some time making the perfect deck for that. You see, Sonic Blade requires you to add 3 different types of Keyblades together between a certain value. But after using them and reloading your deck, the first of the set you use will disappear, meaning the flow of your deck will be broken and you can't spam Sonic Blade anymore. Unless of course you build your deck in a way so the second cards also all combine to make Sonic Blade. And if you're really invested into spamming it against some more difficult bosses, you might want to make all the third cards match up as Sonic Blade too. At this point it's actually a fairly complicated mathematical puzzle, and that's just building one overpowered game-breaking deck. There's countless options and numerous deck balancing things to think about. So yeah, I like this game. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, including 0.2 A Fragmentary Passage. Okay, maybe we can get through this one without me complaining about something? Okay, no, you know I can't. The series is a little too close to my heart and I've played all these games too many damn times. But I would be hard pressed to find some real complaints here. The best I could do is the fact that some bosses get reused, but let me offer some context. Unlike any other Kingdom Hearts game, this game is split up in 3 parts. Well, 5 if you want to get technical, but let's stick to 3 for now. Our main 3 heroes are Terra, Ventus and Aqua. All 3 of them go their separate ways, unlike the games you've played so far where you've always had a party of 3. In this game, you're alone most of the time. In some battles you will be joined by a Disney character, or in rare cases all 3 characters will actually join forces to take down an enemy together. But in general, you're all alone out there. This means you'll play through the game 3 times of course. That being said, it's not 3 times the same, since all of the characters go towards at a different speed in different orders. Because of this, you can experience the results of one character's actions in the storyline of another. This all sounds complicated and convoluted, but much like the whole Kingdom Hearts series, it's hard to explain properly, but when you experience it by yourself, it's just making sense. Then when you finish the game, and its secret episode, and its super secret hidden really secret final episode, all characters are absolutely fucked. Terra got his body stolen, Ventus's heart has been broken, putting him into a never-ending sleep, and Aqua is stuck in the realm of darkness, the Kingdom Hearts equivalent of hell. Talking about which, recent years have seen another expansion into the Birth by Sleep story in the form of 0.2 A Fragmentary Passage, which is a short game focusing on Aqua's time in the realm of darkness, trying real hard to tie the whole series together before the release of Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 2. I know, nobody is surprised, but until the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, this will be the best game. I don't think anyone can disagree with that, right? The story in this game isn't as over the top yet. Sure, there's a little retcon as far as Anthem goes, and I know that's the source of plenty of memes, but it's not that bad in reality. The gameplay though, oh man, the gameplay, it's so smooth. I think the next Mario Kart might replace the banana with this game. Okay, that joke doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm gonna leave it in because I like it. The game starts out a little slow and stiff, just like how Kingdom Hearts 1 was. To be clear, it's about the same as how Kingdom Hearts 1 ended. Without the ability and stats of course, I'm just talking about the general feeling of the game. Playing as Roxas you'll get used to the game again, which feels familiar. Then when you switch back to Sora you can feel the controls a little smoother already, but they're still at low levels. While you level up, you gain more hits and combos, finishing moves, higher jumps, double jumping, air dashing and even gliding. While you start out the game having forgotten all your abilities and spells, the general movement feels like it continues a progression from Kingdom Hearts 1, where you started out slow and stiff and gradually got more mobile. This game picks up where that left off and takes it up to 11. By the end of the game you can do some crazy moves, and while it makes the game more button mash heavy than before, I don't particularly mind. The combat is broken up from too much button mashing by reaction commands to quick time events which can do a number of different things, but usually they are used to stun a boss and deal a good amount of damage to them. So you want to use them instead of just mashing your attack button. The selection of worlds is great too. You start in a world you've only seen in Chain of Memories before, at which point it was still a mystery what this world even was. Then you go to Hollow Bastion, which has been renovated and is slowly turning back into a nice place again, called Radiant Garden, the new hub world for this game instead of Traverse Town. Then we get into some actual new worlds, but both have connections with the first game. Mushu was a summon and Beast was a party member before. The fun continues in Olympus Coliseum, where you don't just fight cops and leave, there's an actual world now. Disney Castle is now also a world you can visit and even has an old-timey part to it with black and white and muffled sound. Halloween Town and Agrabah return with new designs and areas, but most importantly, Pride Rock. I damn love this world. You remember how in Kingdom Hearts 1 you can turn into a sea creature in Atlantica? Oh yeah, Atlantica's also in this game, but we don't talk about that. Anyway, in this game, Sora becomes a lion in the Pride Lands. I could talk for hours, no days, about my love for this game, but I think I've spent enough time on this. Oh yeah, the gummy ships are actually fun now. Okay, that's all. I swear. I just really like this game. Thanks for watching this video. As I said before, this series is really close to my heart. I love it a little bit too much maybe, but that just means I'm curious to hear what you guys think. What is your favorite Kingdom Hearts game? Let me know with a comment down below this video, and while you're down there you might as well leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also hit that bell icon to get notified every time I upload. Until the next time, stay in school people, bye.